Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Thelma's Creations and More, where today I will be sharing with you a tutorial. Yes, a tutorial on how to alter or make this glorious tags. Look at that fire of that sparkle. This tag, it's humongous, comes from Dollar Tree. It's there, 9 inches by 13 inches. It's big. Look. It's a big tag, and it's heavy duty chipboard. So I'm going to show you how I made this into a tag swap that I had to make over on my channel, this channel, for a swap that the girls and I came up with. And so I'm going to show you today how I altered it a tiny bit for that swap. So you're going to need a Dollar Tree tag, and I highly recommend to even buy them maybe after Christmas because they're sturdy and you can always paint over it and do all sorts of things. What I'll be doing is adding a pocket here to the back. This is some heavyweight chipboard. You can use cereal box, whatever you like. So what I'm going to do is just going to start off by scoring the chipboard at 1/2 inch on one side here. Ah, I went crooked. Okay. Oh my goodness, Thelma. What is going on here? Okay. It's because it's thick. That's okay. As best you can, score it at 1/2 inch. And I'll show you why I like to score it at 1/2 inch. Now, this 1/2 inch is going to be folded under, right? So you're going to measure from here to here, as however big you need to have your pocket. Let me say it this way. It's the 9 inches. It's 9 inches across, right? But I want to have 1/2 inch. I'm going to add 1 more inch. 1 more inch. So I need to cut it. Let me grab my cutter that I use for chipboard only, which is a cutter that I was prepared to get rid of because I don't like the way it cuts paper. However, I love the way it cuts the chipboard. So I found a use for it. So it was 9 inches across, but I'm going to add an inch. So I need to cut it at 10. Oops. There we go. 10. That's all we need to do. Cut it at 10 inches wide. The depth is up to you. This was a, this one is 6 inches in depth. Oh, sorry. I was standing. Now I'm sitting, so I'm going to have to. So it's 10 across and 6 deep because of the tag I'm using. So I scored it at 1/2 inch here. Now I need to score it on 3 sides. 1, 2, and 3. Because remember, we're making a pocket. So I'm bringing my scoreboard back 1/2 inch. And I am going to go over it several times. Because remember, it's heavy chipboard. And the other side. So on 3 sides, you're going to score 1/2 inch. I'm going to turn it around and see how you can see it already. I'm going to try. Yeah, it's going to let me. I'm going to score it again on the same lines. This is going to help me when I'm bending it over, folding it over, making my pocket. Okay, now I can get rid of this scoreboard. Let me put it away. Oh, how are you? Are you all already done with your holiday crafting? Do you not craft for holidays? What we're going to do here is miter the corners. See where they intersect? I'm just going to cut it right, a little right below where they intersect. Okay. What I'm going to do is going to start bending them up. Now, be gentle. Reason I'm saying be gentle is because it's chipboard. You know, it's cardboard. It's used to being flat. You know? So, be gentle with it. Be gentle. And keep working it. And working it until it folds over. You know, gently. I find that if you are little rough with it, sometimes it will crack. Because, like I said, it's cardboard, right? So you're going to just, you know, play with it until it curves down. And what you're basically doing is breaking down the cardboard, the fibers in it. That's what you're doing. So you want to do it nice and slow. And just, you know, like I said, play with it. I'm using a bone folder, which is this white thing right here, to push it down. If you don't happen to have one of these, you can use the back of your scissors. You can use an old gift card, a ruler, your finger. But I do recommend that you get a bone folder whenever you can. You can find them at Hobby Lobby. You can find them online. The one at Hobby Lobby is a lot smaller. This one I found on bbcraft.com, but it came with a book binding kit. And this one was at Hobby Lobby. It's like, I think $3 or $4. It's where you get the items to make cards. Oops, put the wrong one away. Okay. Now let me work on the bottom. Again, I'm pushing it with my thumbs, slowly pushing it down, being gentle. What you don't want to do is, you know, crack your cardstock, your chipboard, your cardstock, your paper, whenever you're working with paper as well. Sometimes, depending on the quality of your paper, it helps to do it gently. Then I'm going to turn it over and burnish it, push it down, smush it down, back and forth with the bone folder. Same thing here. Now I'm going to turn it around the other way. This will be the front of the pocket. Okay. Now, I'm going to check my corners. See how they overlap here? I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to cut it closer. That's why I did it below where it intersected. It should be right on, but I like to do it little slivers at a time. Because if you cut off too much, then you'll have a little hole on the corner. In this instance, it doesn't really affect it much because I'm not going to be putting items that are loose, like let's say beads, right? If you have a hole, if the corners don't match really well, if let's say you put sequins in there or beads that are loose, of course they're going to come out of the pocket, right? And in this instance, I'm not going to have anything loose that's small that will, you know, escape the little pockets. So this is going to go right here. And see how it's right at the edge? You can't even tell. I would have liked to make a hole, like a little pocket, so you could see it. However, I was afraid that my cutter wouldn't cut, my punch would not cut through the cardstock. And I didn't want to waste or ruin the cardstock, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn it over because I am going to see which papers, these are papers, oh, I'm going to need two, which papers I want to use to make the I kind of like the plaid. This one? Or the red one? Kind of like the red. Well, I'll do the green. Now I need to go find... I just had the box right here. I need to make sure I have another one. Because this one's a 6x6 paper, but see how I'm going to need another piece? I don't know if I have another piece of that one. Let's find out what we do have. And we'll work it from that angle. Ooh! Guess what? I sure do have another one. This paper comes from Rustic Noel, Hobby Lobby. Rustic Noel. And is this... It doesn't tell me what company it's from. But it's Rustic Noel. You can find it at Hobby Lobby if you're interested in the paper pack. Okay, so I'm going to put the tag away for now. Because right now my concern is I want a little lip around here. I'm going to need my paper cutter for paper. Ow, 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 ow. My shoulder. Oh, sorry. One of my shoulders is giving me trouble. I think I'm sleeping wrong on it or something. It's really, really bothering me. Okay. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, guys. I'll cut that the same size. I'm looking at the pattern. There we go. See the pattern? Making sure that it's going to match up. So it's going to have to be this way. It's important when you have a paper. Those are the little details. It's like a 4, so I'm going to do it right here. And then round right here. Okay. First I'm going to cut that on the top so it can be the same size as the other one. Ooh, 5, perfect. Those little details when you put things together make the difference. So I cut it like this. Where's my mark? Okay. Oh, I put the other one. Haha, look at that. I remembered. Is it still the same? Let me double check. Sometimes you flip them over and it doesn't work as you wanted. There we go. I had to cut. I made the little mark right there. Okay, perfect. And that's it for cutting. Oops. And so that should meet up. It does. And then this should meet up there. So before I do that, I need to make sure the pattern works. The pattern is more important right now. Or the first step is a pattern. Intersects there. I need to put that right there. Okay, that works. Okay, I'm going to glue that down first. My favorite glue, Tombow Mono glue. I love this glue for paper. Love, love, love it. I tried changing to other ones, but nope. Nope. I don't know why I want to do that if I'm happy with that. There and there. Make sure it meets up on the side here. At the ends, it does. Always run your bone folder, a gift card, your fingers, a ruler. What you're doing when you're doing this, it's called, people call it burnishing, smushing it down. Basically what you're doing is smoothing out the glue that's in between the two papers. It helps you get a good adhesion, that's all. And then this will go here. And then, you know, you kind of position it so that it's all the way around. You know, evenly. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps that you kind of lined up the papers where they needed to go, and I just saw that I need to, there we go, to remove the line where I joined it. So it helps that you do that. It's all about the details when it comes to crafting. And I love this glue because I know it doesn't take much. I love that it has two sides. Like one I'm using is fine, and the other side is, it comes out more, the glue, and then it has a great tip on it to spread out the glue. And I know that once I place it down, it grabs the paper and it's down. So I'm going to open this up. Remember, I have folded them up so that I can have a flat surface to burnish, to smooth out, to squeeze out, to smoosh around that glue. And when you do the glue, you're going to do middle and out, middle, out, the middle out, and then you turn it around and you do from the middle out, because you want to spread them out to the outer corners, the outer edges of the paper. And I love that if you get any glue outside, this glue right here, the Tombow Mono, it dries clear. What you're wanting is to have the glue closer, the closest to the outside of the paper, the better. Because you want all the edges to adhere, to be stuck down, to be glued down to the paper, to your project. So, I know my glue, I know it's not going to move. See? It won't move because it grabs the paper really quick. So, that's done. Now, I'm going to glue it to the bottom here. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck the inside flaps, right? Thelma, why did you score them in the half, right? Why are you going through all that trouble? The reason I'm going through all the trouble of doing the scoring is because of this. Let's see if you can see it. You see the little, there we go. You see that? It's going to be flat on there. However, it's going to give me room to stuff my pockets. If I were to have taken the cards, the chipboard or paper or whatever, and just glued right here on the side and put them down, look at this. You don't have much room to stuff because you're going to be gluing it flat. That's why I do the little wings or the little spacers, the scoring that I did, because look, ooh, sorry, you're gonna glue that other end of the flap down, but it's gonna give you all that. And so when I, oops, I'm so sorry, I hit the, when I go down to stuff it, it opens up. That's why I take the time and do 1/2 inch on each side. Okay, now I'm going to glue, and for that I am going to go ahead and use fabric tack so that I could get a good seal on it. I'm going to try it. Let's see how it goes. I believe the other one I used Fabri-Tac. Hot glue would work. I don't recommend the hot glue in this project, and let me tell you why. Because it could pop off. Depending on the glue that you use, there's different types of hot glues, like any other glue. Some of them will pop off of this material. And remember, we're stuffing it, right? I don't know if my partner's going to be extra careful taking out the stuff, or they're going to be rough or not rough. And so I prefer to use a Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac dries quick, so I just want to make sure it goes with the edges. And again, you're going to smush it down. You're going to burnish it. You're going to hold it down, because the Fabri-Tac dries clear. I mean, not clear, quickly. Once it grabs on, it's good. But I want to make sure I squeeze all the sides for down. Okay, now I'm going to kind of hold it down for a little bit to give the Fabri-Tac just an extra, I want to sneeze, extra time to dry. I believe the last time I had to put 2 layers of it. I'm going to double check that it's drying. Sometimes what happens is that the cardboard, remember it's cardboard, right? I say it's thirsty. It's dry. Sometimes it has to, you know, really drink up the glues that you're using to put on it. So that's why I stuck some more Fabri-Tac on there, to make sure it's really adhered now. Cleaning up those edges, running my finger through, you know, around it. And I'm really pressing down, squeezing that glue, making sure it's adhering. Okay. Are you staying? Are you not? This one stayed. This one. See how it's not glued there? And it's not glued right there. So, thank God I have it in my icing bottle that has a, fine tip. So I'm going to just go back in there, kind of pry it open. Use that tip to squirt some glue in there. Go back and squish it down again. It might just need more paper. It might need more pushing down. You know, we got to be gentle with it. What can we say? We got to take our time. So now you have a pocket that is, you know, with paper. You can fully embellish it. If you saw my project share of the altar tag, in the other one as well as with this one, I am not going to be embellishing this pocket. I am going to leave it alone. Leave it as is, I should say. My thought was to glue this down here and put, you know, greenery and stuff in the back, and glue it down here. However, I decided against that only because the other side is decorated already, and I'm leaving the decoration out. What I'm going to be doing is stuffing this inside, letting it freely hang. If my partner chooses to display this side, she can still, it will still look decorated with this, with all the items that I'm going to be stuffing in there. If she's wanting, perfect, the other side now. If she's wanting to display the other side, this pocket, she can take out the items, and she can display this. Because it's so thin profiled, it will still hang freely, hang correctly on the wall. That's why I chose not to glue down that ornament. If my partner later on decides to glue down the ornament, you know, on her own, that will be her choice. I don't know if they would like to use the ornament on their tree or keep it. and add it to their collection. You know, that will be up to my partner. But that's why I opted not to. I'm removing the excess that I just squeezed out of glue that I just put in there. And like I said, sometimes it just needs a little help. You really need to squish it down and hold it down. Give it some time to really adhere. It's just, especially with the chipboard. So that's why I'm not going to glue it down. This one has a Christmas tree. I need to put it back on there. This will hang here. Where are the other items? They're over here. Right now, as soon as this is glued down, let me give it some more time. You know, it's like everything. Sometimes things require time, and although we like to rush the process, sometimes it's not necessary. I mean, it's necessary not to rush the process. I'm looking for the items while I'm holding this down. Is it working? I think it is. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes or seconds. I'm missing one. Not missing. Trying to figure out where I left that other journal. I made a journal for this as well. As my my nieces and nephews, they take their finger and they put it like on their chin and they tap it and they go, And my niece does the same thing, but she taps her forehead, like on the side of her temple. She goes like this. Okay. So let me see if I find where I put that, because I have different areas in my craft room that I put my completed items. However, with all this craziness that's going on right now, craziness in my world, right? And in my craft room here that I keep moving stuff, I don't know where I put the journal. Do you know where I left my journal? I can't hear you. Can you speak up and let me know where I placed my journal? Usually I leave it over here, but it's not where it is. Okay, that's fine. So basically what comes next is I'm going to stuff, it goes this way. I'm going to stuff the items in there. So I made some cards for my, okay, you're not ready yet. Alrighty, I can't rush you. Basically what comes next is just stuffing of the items and shipping it off to my tag partner. On the top of the tag, oh, is it this way? This pretty little poinsettia is going to be clipped here, but it's going to go on the side, on the other side. And that, in a nutshell, is how I made the pocket in the back of this tag. And then for my goodies, I made homemade cards, I made tags, I made the journal, and then the rest of the items are going to be store-bought items that I bought according to the person. So, as I sit here or stand here, because I'm standing now, and letting this process, you know, letting it really adhere down, I want to say thank you for stopping by my channel. I hope that you enjoyed the quick and easy tutorial that I did, just showing you how I added this pocket back here, and you know, the items that I'm gonna put in there. It's up to you, right? That's what I stuff my pocket with, but you can do like gift cards, you can do, I don't know, you know, coloring books if it's for kids and stuff like that. You could totally just take all this off. Like I would totally paint this and I could put like my niece's name here. you know, and like her favorite, right now she's into unicorns. I could put unicorn with her name Alaya here. And on the back, I could put like a coloring book and colors and stuff like that for her. So these tags are great to buy and have in your stash because they're easy to alter. So I hope you enjoyed the idea, the tutorial. If you have any questions regarding the tutorial, go ahead and leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you find time in your day to craft or do something that brings you joy, brings you happiness, helps you deal with your current situation, so you can keep going one more minute, one more day. And for me, that is crafting. That's why I choose to always end my videos with bye guys and happy crafting.